In today's episode, let's take a look at a Town Hall 12 attack that you guys might enjoy. Stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, guys? Joe here, coming at you today from Town Hall 12 with another Town Hall 12 attack strategy, but this time we got a lot more witches than what we had before, called over here by Laidback Boss and Praying Wolf over here and Jade Lynx, and they put together this wild attack strategy that could possibly be something that you guys might actually enjoy. So let's go ahead and hit play on this attack and take a look at what it is. They're calling it the Ice Slap. I'm sure it's called something else somewhere else, but we have witches, and we have healers, and then we also have ice golems. So we're going to use ice golems to tank for our witches. We have a mass group of witches on the backside. We're going to watch this replay in real time, and then we're going to circle back around and take a look at it in play-by-play to show it off, and that way we can point out the details for you guys to take a look at what's actually going down. So we have bowlers in the base. We had a freeze spell used. We have a rage spell down for our bowlers. The Grand Warden's ability is going to be used as our troops push through the next layer of walls there. Queen is backing it up. She's tied up on that Lava Hound. We got a Barbarian King working his way through, and now you're going to see bat spells dropped on the back side of the map behind all of our army or all of our troops, and they're going to work their way across the map and going into the defenses on the opposing side. Freeze spell is going to be dropped on the Wizard Tower up there in the north side, and the bats are going to take it down. We do have single target Inferno Towers here, so that's probably a good thing for our bats since they don't necessarily do very well against the multi-target. The Ice Golem will go down and freeze that single target Inferno Tower for our Archer Queen. The Giga Tesla is putting in work and it is taking out troops, but we have witches working their way on the outsides of the base, and we have healer coverage in multiple different locations on this base. Alright, so the Town Hall is going to go down at the hand of some witches and the Queen. Now we're working into a few expos on both sides of the base. Queen is going to take down that expo. Next, the Tesla is going to go down, and the Queen is going to be caught on a wall for a moment. So we have a large chunk of witches over there in the western corner working their way around. Queen is going to, in fact, take down a Wizard Tower. There is one Wizard Tower remaining, and then we also have Archer Towers falling. The Queen is not being targeted just yet. The expos are working on the witches here as we take a look at a deeper up close and personal look right here. Witches, they're pumping out some skeletons. These are level 5 witches. This is something to take into consideration. Queen is going to take down the Wizard Tower, which is good for our witches since the Wizard Towers will melt them quickly. Now, Queen is going to in fact go down. The expo is still working, but we have plenty of witches to crack through the wall. The Grand Warden is next. He's going to fall, and this attack here is going to be finished up by the witches powering through the wall, taking down the expo as well as the Tesla. So, very, very interesting. I don't even know, but that was pretty awesome to watch. So let's go ahead and jump into this attack again, slowed down in play-by-play. Okay, so let's go ahead and slow things down and take a look at this attack in play-by-play, meaning what is the army, what does the base look like, and how were the troops dropped. Alright, so starting out with the main army composition here, we had 4 healers, 16 witches, we have 2 ice golems, a wall wrecker that houses bowlers. You also have the 4 freeze spells, the 6 bat spells, and a rage spell. And then also take a look at what the hero levels were. That is kind of important. And then as we look at the base, we have a bit of a split base here. We have 4 wizard towers up here in the north side and 1 down here in the south side. That's very important because of the bat spells. And then you also have the 3 inferno towers, which are all set to single target mode. So that is also very important when it comes to using the bat spells and the witches. Alright, so as we hit play on this, you'll notice that there are 3 witches dropped down here in the south, and then you're going to see 3 witches dropped over there in the eastern corner, followed up by 2 healers apiece. Then you're also going to see the wall wrecker dropped and 2 ice golems, and then a nice wide spread of witches back behind those ice golems. As the wall wrecker works his way in, a freeze spell will be dropped on that single target inferno tower to basically give our wall wrecker some time to get in there and open up the compartment. Now, something very important to point out is the death of the ice golem. It will freeze that single target inferno tower again, which frees up the use of a freeze spell. And then our witches are down here in the south side. They're working versus a multi-mortar, And the Rage spell is going to be dropped on our bowlers. They're going to take out that single target Inferno, as well as putting a lot of damage on the Eagle Artillery. The Grand Warden's ability is going to be used. And let's go ahead and stop it right there and take a look at what exactly is going on here. So we have a group of witches and healers down here in the south side, and they're going to be working on that air defense here momentarily. And they are in charge of taking care of the southern side flank and working their way up towards the western corner. You also have another group of witches on the outside over here in the eastern corner, and they are working their way towards the north. Now, you're going to notice that the queen is in the core. She's working on the clan castle troops. So the queen going inside the base is very, very important. And then you also have an ice golem leading the way for our bowlers. They are battling it out versus a baby dragon from the clan castle. And then the barbarian king is over here. Next, you're going to see the bat spells drop back behind everything. So those are going to all be dropped in the back, and the bats are going to start working their way across the base, going into a cannon, then an air defense, and then they're going to work their way into an air sweeper. Now, this is where the freeze spells are going to come into play. The freeze spell is going to be dropped on the wizard tower, giving the bats some time to get in on it, take it down, and the barbarian king's ability is going to be used over there. The bats are going to work their way around the outside, going into a Tesla, and then you also have another freeze spell drop. So let's stop it right there. The freeze timing, or the freeze spell drop up in the north, was a little bit mistimed there. So the point there was to freeze that wizard tower and allow the bats to work. The bats were unable to do so, and the wizard tower ended up melting them. Now, if you notice down here where the queen's located, the ice golem that was leading the way did in fact die. It did freeze that single target Inferno tower, and that is very important for our archer queen to get in there and take it out. So as we do a little bit of a readjustment here, you'll be able to get in there and take a look at what's happening here. As the queen works her way into that single target Inferno tower that was frozen, she will in fact take it down, and that did give our witches and queen time to take care of that. Barbarian king is in fact down, so there are some barbarians from that barbarian king's ability working under the healer coverage there, and they will take down that single target Inferno tower. Now the queen also has pulled some of the healers onto herself, as well as a few witches that are here in the core. They are able to take down that town hall as well as an expo, and that leaves us with 2 expos, 2 hidden Teslas, 2 wizard towers, and 2 archer towers, as well as the bomb towers. So the starting portion of this attack was extremely important. The funnel was very important, obviously, to get our witches and our heroes to go into the base, taking care of the clan castle troops. And then also the timing of the freeze spell use is very important. As you notice with the bats, if he had properly timed that freeze spell, he probably would have been able to get a little bit more out of the bats, or what was left of the bats up on the north side. And these defenses that are currently being targeted right now would in fact would have been taken down by our bat spell. So just something to take into consideration. There's really no way to tell unless we get to see this attack done again and see it be successful. This is in fact the first time I've ever seen this attack, so coverage on it's kind of spotty because it's like, whoa. Anyways, so bats are done, or the witches are going to take down the rest of this base, and that's going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you have tried this attack and you enjoy it, let's hear about it down in the comments below. And other than that, that's going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and thanks for watching, guys. So both of them, both Skittles and Stash were silent. They were silent. We know you guys.
Family-friendly channel, guys.
We know you guys. We know you like to watch TV.
Yes. Netflix and...
chill.